Yo, and welcome to another episode of Friends on the Rampage podcast. I'm Holland.
Chris the Wise here.
Leo.
Yeah, so today we're gonna be talking about food and exercise. Um, we got the good foods, the bad foods, the food deserts. If you don't know what that is, it's a place where it's a poverty-stricken neighborhood and their food choices are very limited, so they have almost no choice but to have unhealthy foods. So yeah, who wants to start? Who wants to start us off?
So you started off pretty good. You wanna talk about the culture of foods, or you wanna just jump right into? Because there's like a whole the food topic is so big and vast. There's so many different foods that could either be cancerous. There's so many foods that could be very good for your body. Like it'd be more beneficial for anybody to do, let's say, organic. Organic doesn't have any extra hormones or any other stuff in it. Like all the other foods, it's probably even best. Even people say go vegan or whatever, but it's best. It's so many food topics, so it's just like let's start with food culture. And I want to go with Leo because Leo has an interesting food culture with his culture.
Oh, okay. Like like it's not that easy to put me on the spot right there because you're just saying right then and there that I have like definitively the best food culture and no one else is like
He
even
said
close.
different. He said different.
No, I'm just talking shit. But no, I am Mexican, so we have a bunch of like food like variety. Portions are always like never small, never medium, never large. It's always XL or XXL. Just wombo.
My
Like,
bullshit.
uh, even if you're not hungry, you just have to eat a plate of something. And then whatever you didn't finish is leftover for the next few days. Or, if you have a big family, like a day. Maybe not even a day. You might have an uncle who just like stops by and just eats all your food and just goes, "All right, I'm gone." But you just said hi and just ate all our food, and then just walks
Oh,
away.
I hate that all the cookout where they just like, "Hey nephew, how you doing?" Come and take up all the food, make 10 plates, and then walk out the house. So you like, you fat motherfucker, you.
I mean, yeah, no lie. That's how like you're basically raised in a Mexican household. It's like, hey, grandma's making food. Everyone like sit down and get a plate, or like just wait until like grandma's ready. Because if you try to help grandma, either A, you do a shit job and grandma kicks you out the kitchen, or you're good at helping out. Either or. But yeah, no, you're just used to like wait, get your plate, eat your food, and then resume back to what you were doing.
That's fair. I know. I know. For at least for me, I'm not the one that's in the kitchen. I'm normally waiting for the food to come out, and I may or may not be sneaking food as they're finishing other stuff because they want to wait till all of it's finished. But me, I get hungry, so I just sometimes I take a wing here, there, or whatever they cooking. I go
Do
to the
I?
back, go to the
I
back and
hate
take my
that
little
so much.
facts.
I hate when it's like you can't eat all the food until like everything's finished cooking.
That's fair. Uh, that's why even like what is it on Thanksgiving? Oh, what do you guys eat for breakfast? We don't. We just starve until it's time to eat everything.
Sometimes I do be having it. It's
Um,
ridiculous. And that's bad. That's overeating. You stress your body out the worst way possible by doing that.
that's true.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah. What kind of foods do you guys normally make, Leo? Besides like everybody knows like the tacos, burritos, but like um do you guys what is it? It's like a soup or something like that. It's a lot of different things, but it's like in Spanish,
Oh,
so I don't know how to translate it.
oh yeah, no, like I think the number one I've always like my family always makes is pozole. It's basically it's in your guys' sense a very spicy soup. I mean, I guess you can make it mild for kids, but I mean, it's never like truly a real soup unless it's spicy as hell. But like I think the number one thing, like I first till this day I will never make again because it's a huge pain in the ass. It takes like a day to make. Is tamales.
Yo, I love those. I'm not gonna lie.
Swear to God, man, they're a fucking pain in the ass to like make because it's like a whole day process, and you don't even get to eat them until like the next day after.
Okay, but that's worth it. I ain't gonna lie. Like I think I might have had my first time maybe in high school, cause like I was with some of my Hispanic friends and they were just like, yeah, some tamales. I'm like, I don't think I've ever had that before. They're like, what? Say less. I ate like 4 of them joints off the top.
Oh, I mean, yeah, like anyone can eat like 4 or 5 of those fuckers. They're not that filling unless you eat like 10 of them.
Hey, them joints is hot. I ain't gonna lie to you. But
Oh
like,
man, like if you get the spicy ones, yeah, they fill you up fast. But like if you get like the mild one, oh, you can eat like 10 or 15 of those, and you'll eventually feel satisfied.
yeah, to be fair, I didn't know they were gonna be that hot. So then, like by the time I start eating, I'm like, man, my mouth really starting to burn. Maybe I should like
Yeah.
you eat the hot ones. I'm like, you know what? This makes a lot of sense. And I don't even like
It's like
hot stuff. So like, and I kept going. So hey, that's how you know they're good.
you need like a glass of water. If you drink like
Milk,
pop
actually.
with it, no, like well, that like they always do horchata, which is basically like just rice water milk.
That's my
But
shit.
I know it's your shit. Ever since like we introduced you guys, our one friend just goes back to this one restaurant I told her about. And like what every 2 days now.
As of these last couple of weeks, yep.
Yeah, but like it's like you're supposed to drink something like to help numb the spices. That's why. But if you drink like pop with it, oh, that shit just burns.
And spreads the hurt.
Yeah, because like now they have the popping of like the soda, and not only that, your tongue's like feels like oddly enough like vulnerable. So every little popping just hurts, and you're just out there struggling drinking pop and trying to eat this like plate of hot ass tamales, and you're just like, God damn, I have so many regrets, and it's gonna be another regret sooner or later.
Once
As
it
your
come out,
as your stomach's just like, I don't know if you can keep doing this, man.
as it comes out the back end, you're like, I have no regret.
I regret you're just sitting there like butt naked on the toilet, sweating, just like having all the regrets.
Jesus Christ. Just sweating, praying while you squeezing for dear life. Just tragic.
You have music in the background so no one outside can hear it.
You are struggling. When you really need some water, but like you don't want people to know that you're in distress.
The only people who knows you're in distress is you, God, and Drake, or Chance the Rapper. Whoever's loud enough to block out that sound.
That's funny. Yeah, but yeah, like a lot of the food from like your culture is definitely like spicy, just how it's being made.
Oh yeah, like it's always really surprising when like someone's like, "I'm gonna eat this," and it's like my tongue burns. It's like, well, yeah, I mean that's just a given.
We make it so that it hurt, but it tastes good, but it hurt at the same time.
Like the amount of people were like, "It's too spicy." I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, like you should know this by now.
I've been around the block a few times. I learned my lesson. Is it mild or is it spicy, or is it like the mild spicy to y'all, but like it's gonna burn my tongue off? So I had to ask these questions.
Oh yeah, I had to be like, I mean, it's Mexican mild, which is like hot for you guys.
The Mexican mild.
It's
I
got his own.
understand what he just.
But no, the people
It's
who have
just-
the best spices are as Indian food and Thai food. Holy shit, that's like it's like mild, but it's like super hot. Whew.
I'm good on that. Like I said, I don't really like spicy food like that. I mean, even when I eat, okay, so I don't even eat like use hot sauce, and people think I'm weird because like, oh, how you're black and you don't use hot sauce? I'm like, because I don't like to sweat and eat at the same time, and I don't
I
want.
hate that so much.
I don't want to get to the point where you know your nose starts running and it's just dripping down, but you're still trying to eat because it's so
Yeah.
good. You're like, well, you're struggling. So yeah, I don't want.
I've been there so many times, and
See-
I always regret it too because I'm always like, man, I'm sweating. I must be smelling like ass while eating this. I look like a total slob. Oh my god! Even if I don't smell, I just have this like constant thing like, man, I must smell like ass if I'm sweating this bad.
See, that's my problem. I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to do that to eat. Like this should be something I
Yes.
enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Semi masochistic. I don't. It shouldn't be that way. I'm just saying. But yeah. Um. I do like flauta, so it's like probably one of my favorite dishes by you guys. Not gonna lie. Or gorditas. That's my shit too.
Yeah, I know your love of gorditas.
Yeah, I like big girls. Yeah. So yeah. That you know, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, Chris, anything you want to add to the whole culture of food? Cause like I mean like I would say black culture, but I don't know much about African food, and I'm from America, so you know
Oh,
it's a lot different than because
yeah.
we had a
Yeah.
different repertoire of food than you know what I'm saying those from the motherland.
So I happen to be a dang culture baby where my mom and my family eats everything all over the planet. Don't matter what it is. We try all types of food. So I'm well diverse in in the Jamaican food, the Haiti food. I don't remember all the way that the food saying and stuff is, but some of the food is just so good and so rich. And the thing is, over here is a big difference than over there. Cause over like when you go eat outside the country, you notice that the food doesn't like the meats don't have as much don't have no type of steroids in them, no type of growth hormones. It's just a wild chicken, and then
Gee,
they kill it, and it tastes way different than versus the drugged out food that everybody has here. Like everybody has these super drugged out steroided ass foods, and like they can't really tell the difference until you go outside the country or you have the food kind of or imported or someone from outside comes and cooks it. Cause like um where I live at, there was a African restaurant here that was a lamb chop place. They were selling lamb chops, an African dude, and they made it traditional like over where he came from. I think he came from Ghana if I remember. So the food was so good. He had like this rich onion sauce. This like the meat was so tender. It was a certain way he cooked it that you just don't cook it over here in America because you you don't know how to. And it was good. Every time I had it was good. Um, I had a Ethiopian restaurant. Went over to the Ethiopian restaurant, the one in Hyde Park. They it was some type of it's like a dish that you eat with bread. It's not like it's very similar to like I won't say tacos or anything like that. It's similar to that, but the bread's different. So you break apart the bread, you scoop everything, you eat it, and it's just like you put all the vegetables and all the different components together in there, and it's just really really good. It's like very savory,
It's like a
and
very like thick bread, right?
yeah, it's like really thick bread. I can't remember the
Fuck.
name of the bread,
Yeah, same. I can't. It's on the tip of my tongue.
you're not
but
talking about pita, are you?
Is it
it,
pita? It
it,
could be pita.
it might be related to like pita bread. It's very similar to that. I think it's a different type of bread, but it's very similar. I
Mm.
think the texture is just a little bit different because of it, because of where it comes from culturally, and like people don't really think about the shit like the food with like even the process, like the process of making bread, like
Yeah,
that's different for every region on the planet, right?
yeah.
Like people don't understand that simple process right there because we live in America, and then it's just like okay, what do most people literally eat in America? White bread, like
Dude,
like
I haven't
literally.
had white bread in years.
That's because you're not an uncultured swine.
I like my bread how I like my women.
White.
Shut up. I said no, no, natural. I like a wheat bread, the brown bread. You dick.
I don't know. I
No.
like mine cheddar biscuit.
Oh, the cheddar biscuits from Red Lobster is delicious. I must say so myself. That shit is good.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like, here I get some more. You got a whole basket, but I want some more. I'm just looking at those right now. I want the other ones to come in so I can eat them.
But yeah, the whole thing was like food. Like it's a whole culture thing. Like different people eat food differently, and it's just like it. It's very interesting. Like if you ever just like take the time, like food is a science, and like nobody really takes the time to sit down and see like what's good for you, what's bad for you, what works well for your body, what don't work well for your body, like what gives you the most not adrenaline but most energy, what gives you the least amount of energy, what like it's a whole system, and like basically your health is based off of it. Like real talk, if you eat something that's better for your blood flow, is better for your sexual life, it's better for your physical life, it's better for your mental stability, it's better for a lot of things.
I mean
It's just
that just goes behind the term you are what you eat. So I mean, if you're eating healthier stuff, you are in
yeah,
itself going to be healthier.
that's facts. That's a factual term, and I think I talked enough. I'm gonna give it on to Holland.
Oh,
Your time to take the six.
all right. So we got. Let's see. So from what I understand, you know what I'm saying. Uh, so we got the organic food. That's really we should be going for natural food. If we're gonna eat like like beef and stuff like that, the one thing we want is to make sure that it's homegrown. I know that's something to say like in America when we literally could just go to the store and just get everything already like packaged. But like that's
Alan wants to go back to the old-fashioned days where you see a cow, you chop its head off. It's like that's our food for tonight. Just eat it raw.
we're not gonna cook it. I like my meat medium well now. Come on now. I know some people that like it just like put it on the skillet for 3 seconds. All right, flip it. All right, it's still.
I swear to God, I can't eat with half our friends like that. It's like, all right, put it on the grill, or not, take it off. It was only in there for like a second. Yeah, and it's cooked like just the way I like it. It's still bleeding. You can just hear it. It's still alive. Exactly.
Talk about I want my shit extra rare. I just want to hear it sizzle one time, flip it, sizzle one more time, put it on my plate.
Hey, look, if I don't hear it screaming as I'm
wrong
biting
with you,
into it, I don't want it.
So ignorant.
If I don't hear it screaming while I'm biting into it, I don't think I want it.
You're sick.
You're sick.
Hey, that ain't me. That's them.
Boy, you going
Like there's only one person.
If that's how you eat your steak, I'm not gonna lie to you, fam. You got worms.
Look, there's only one person I know who eats it like that, and that's because I get it. He lived in like a hard life like household where it's like food was barely there, and she just knows like just eat it off like right away, just eat it. And I get that with him. With some of our other friends, I'm just like y'all savages.
Like you have time, it's okay, let it cook.
Yeah, it's not gonna run away. It's not gonna disappear. No. I see that vulture over there. That's not a vulture. That's a fucking pigeon. You're gonna swat the pigeon away.
They're like, nah, I gotta throw it down. Or like that sounds like the people who don't even let it like cool off. They're like trying to eat it and they're like and eating it at the same time.
And they're sweating too because it's hot in their mouth.
Not spicy, just regular hot.
Just like regular hot, and they're just like blowing on it while sweating. And you're just like, what is wrong with you?
Like it's not gonna run away. It's fine. Like I mean, okay. Granted, some people are like that because of the way they grew up, and I understand that whole point. But it's like,
yeah,
you don't gotta do that anymore. You in a different age.
Yeah, you're in a different age, dude. It's cool. Like, we're not gonna take the food away from you. You're gonna have your portion, and then it's like a huge surprise to them when it's like I can have my own portion. I don't have to like fight everyone here for the food. I'm like, nah. And if we're out, we're just gonna go to the store like down the street and just get some more.
Nah, we got a box for it.
Oh yeah, buy a whole box depending on how many people are going.
No. We gonna fight for it, gladiator style.
Oh, ignorant.
You get a fork, I get a fork, and we run at each other.
We lancing.
Yeah, that's what we doing. That's how you do it. But seriously though, like, I just think that, like, the old, I think people are a lot more, okay, but minus like the modern medicine we have, like people are a lot healthier and they were able to do a lot more when we had like we were actually growing like the animals on the farms and doing things from that nature. And I think that builds a lot of like work culture. So if you like a child and you grew up on a farm, then I feel like you have a better work ethic than a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot goes on. They wake up early. You know what I'm saying? They work and they do what they got to do to eat, and it's more natural. And I think they're a lot stronger for one.
Yeah, I mean, you wake up at like what 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Crack
To
a
go
Take care
milk,
of.
to go milk and pick up the cows and run them somewhere. Yeah, you strong.
You're doing this all until like what, like 10 at night, and then
I,
you can go to the bar and get drunk.
nah, they work till like this. I want to say the sun goes down because you supposed to like work, be able to see, but like
You act like some people are going for. I mean, we have modern technology. There's a bunch of lights now. I
He's
just feel
talking
like we
about
can like
before. He's
extend
talking about
that.
before the modern technology.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
nah,
no, that
yeah,
makes sense.
yeah, like definitely back in the day. I mean, now they've got extended work hours now. I mean, it's like supply and demand. There's so many people on the earth. It's just like if farmers actually see. I don't know much about farming as far as like modern day, but I know we got a lot more people on this earth, so they got a lot more work to do. That's all I'm saying.
Harvest Moon didn't teach me this.
Actually, you know what I found very interesting? You know the study of how much food America throws away.
A lot.
Fam,
Fucking
no,
lot.
understand this. When people say that, where there's not enough food to feed everybody on the planet, motherfucking bullshit. America throws away enough food to feed everybody on this planet 3 times.
Yeah, that's
We
fair.
have more than
Yeah.
enough food. So that one, like when people tell me that, I'm like, y'all didn't look at how much food America throws away.
I
'Cause
mean,
this
think
country is
about
very wasteful.
all the food they throw away at the restaurants, and they like, oh, I can't just give it away. It's like company policy or whatever.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Now imagine that just all 50 states.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daily we throw away more food. We throw away enough food to feed everybody.
Nah. Why would I feed everybody when I could throw it away and get some
That's
more?
dumb.
It
That's
is
fucked
dumb.
up.
It is dumb.
It's
I
dumb.
mean,
It's fucked up, and it's a
Yeah.
waste.
isn't it illegal or something like that to do it too? I might be wrong. Fact check me on that.
Is it illegal to do it?
Like if they throw away
If it
food,
is,
can you go in the
if it is,
trash and get
America's
it?
been getting away with that shit for a long time.
No, not throwing away the food. I'm saying like if I throw away food and somebody goes to get it, is that like illegal or something, or can they get in trouble?
I think
Yeah,
so.
it technically is. It technically is because they even got padlocks on the trash cans now behind the restaurants because the homeless people used to just go in there and get the food and then leave. And they was like, well, they can't do that, so they just put a padlock on it.
Which that's dumb. I don't know. I don't know if it's the capitalistic side of that or if it's just they just I don't know.
I think it's the capitalistic side of it.
It's not. I won't even say it's the capitalistic side. I just say it's just all out greed, and it fits a certain narrative. If you trying to tell people, you trying to control people and tell people that there's not enough food to go around, but you throwing away more than enough food to feed the homeless, it's kind of hard to prove that is everybody hungry when you see a bunch of fat homeless people running around.
Oh, so you think it's more of like a image thing?
It's an image thing slash a capitalistic thing slash motherfuckers just evil and greedy.
That's fair.
So it's a multi-layer thing.
That's fair. I agree. I mean, and that's not even just going on that fact. It's a lot of food that's not even like that we eat that's not good for you, and a lot of the those foods are easily accessible. Like if you think about it, so much stuff goes into these foods. Like what they say, if it has more than 7 ingredients, then you shouldn't eat it or something like that. Like that just says a lot. Like why is it like sucrose, butos, melanocytose? Like it's a long word that does not need to be in food. And then other things have like that are like vegan or organic and stuff have like 3 ingredients. It's like cow, water. Just like
How is that vegan? It's like they don't eat meat. Everyone knows no vegan diet, no vegan powers.
That's true. I heard level 2 vegans do get superpowers. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. We also have Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Shout out to them. No. But okay. Damn, I forgot what I was about to say.
Vegan shit.
All right, so a lot of people say they can't go vegan, but that's only because the food just like costs more. It costs more to be healthy than it does.
Oh yeah, it's like crazy fucking expensive. Like you ever try buying like fake meat like the Beyond shit, that's just expensive. I
Beyond,
mean, it's good. It's just expensive.
No,
I
actually, believe it or not, people really could go vegan. It's just the fact that how they have the meat is covered in like all the meat's sweet. Like it's covered in different types of like sugars. Is that and then they drug up the cows and the animals. So you're eating the byproduct of a drugged up cow, chicken, bird, pig, whatever the hell you're eating. So now not only are you really addicted to the meat, you're really addicted to the drugs that was in the damn meat.
actually that is a good point.
Yeah.
It's staying there like nicotine. You're addicted to not necessarily the cigarette itself, but what's inside the cigarette. It's the contents of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's alternative. It's alternative ways like to eat. I don't think veganism is possible for us at this moment because I don't think it's we don't have enough. If that makes sense, like I don't think we have enough to like for everybody to have an alternative diet. I mean, okay,
Actually,
maybe based on the fact that we are greedy. We're used to eating, not just eating to okay, we ate just enough and then we good. A lot of times, like especially in America, we just overeat. Like instead of eating like one, like a little something here and there, then we eat like everything, and then it'd be like breakfast, lunch, dinner, brunch, midnight snack, and it'd be like a full course meal every time.
Then dinner. You may ask me, what the hell's dinner? It's lunch and dinner. Before dinner and after lunch.
Pre-dinner, but
The world went to shit after I invented the taco sandwich. 2 tacos for bread, and in the middle, 10 tacos.
but think about that. Like, imagine if we ate just enough. I feel like we'd be fine. But we so greedy that's just, especially how we growing up and stuff. That's just the way it is. I mean, what is it?
I have to say this when you said it wasn't possible to go vegan. The thing is, bro, if you see how much food goes into a cow to get it to the way it
is,
dude, all those corns, all those vegetables, there's that cow eats more than 5 people. Like eats more than his weight in 5 people a day, and there's millions of cows.
No,
not including the chickens and everything else.
No, I meant like it's not possible for us. It's in this mindset for everybody to go vegan. Like it'll be over.
About the mindset.
Yeah, it'll be more of like an overtime thing. Like that's why I say like the whole greed aspect. Like we don't eat just what we need to. We eat more, like way more than is necessary, which is weird because we throw away a lot of food. But yeah, we eat obsessively. You know what I'm saying?
It's a weird culture over here with the whole we're gonna overeat, but we're gonna be wasteful at the same time. It's very self-destructional. That's what it is, really.
It's destructive, but
it's self-destructional culture.
So this is movie. I want to say it's called Platform, but basically like they're in this prison, and it goes from like top to bottom, first level to like 250 or something, and everybody has to eat as much as they can at that one time. And like normally when I watch movies, I'm like, I watch it for entertainment. There's nothing more, nothing less. I don't think too far ahead of it than what I'm seeing. But like I started seeing movies different. So like I'm watching it and I'm like, so basically if everybody just eats enough, which is that was the whole goal, then everybody would be fine. There would be no need for like people to go hungry, not eat, different things of that nature. So that was like the whole. It was like the meaning of the movie, and like the one person who was there, because it's not like a prison, it was like an alternative to prison, and it was supposed to, I think it was a play on like the human mind, like them trying to see about different ways that humans think. So it's like if we get somebody who's really hungry, put them at the bottom, then put them at the top where the food gets there first, they're going to eat obsessively, and they're not going to think about the person under them because nobody thought about them. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's like selfishness, greed, different things of that nature. So I don't know. I really like that movie. I think I suggest everybody go watch it. It's on Netflix. I want to say it's called Platform. Might be called something else, but it's really good in my opinion. If you like, it's like yeah. Then it's like food. I just think that I also understand that it's based on availability, like as far as where the food goes. So like in more areas where low income, different things of that nature, it's always easy to go to the convenience store and buy like
Yeah, get honey buns and fucking hot chips and sour pickles
ooh,
and fucking cool sugared out Kool-Aid, and it's a lot easier to kill yourself in
low income neighborhoods.
low
Yeah.
income areas. And oh shoot, if y'all want to talk about, we could talk about the emotional effects that food has on people. Like like when people eat like too much, sometimes they're too angry. They're overly angry because they in pain, like they hurting their pancreas. I'm so serious. But bugs be bad because they in pain, like they hurting 24/7, and that's why they like a lot of people are just mad as hell for no reason. I'm like, oh, you're hurting. That's why you're mad, because you overate.
I mean, yeah,
You
that
overdid it.
I mean, the food, like the high blood pressure, like all the health issues that come with just eating like that.
Yeah, and then it'll add on to your mental, which makes you a psychopath because you're unhealthy, hurt.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's not like you can go do anything because you're out of breath and you can't go that fast or far. But
Sure, it ain't that hard for them to go get a gun and go. 'Cause look, I know plenty of drunk man that can go get a gun, drive around in a car and shoot somebody. It happens all the time in the hood, unfortunately.
yeah, that's really where I was gonna go with that.
Look,
It's not a lot
we
of
just need to go.
options.
We just need to ban guns and go back to the old-fashioned way of solving stuff. An old-fashioned sword fight. Like two people with two swords just have to duke it out, and whoever's last one standing wins.
Have at thee.
Have
Nah,
at thee.
that means people are too. That means people be too healthy, and that means they're gonna have to start having.
That's fair.
Nah, they ain't gonna have no honor.
Yeah. Well, okay. Think about this. Okay. So not only is the food bad, it's not like it's in abundance, right? So think about what happens to people who are hungry. Okay. Forget people, animals. Let's not feed a tiger for however long, and then put anything in its reach. I put money, it goes nuts. Money, it goes nuts. So
That's true.
Tiger?
so if you have people who don't have either food that's bad for you, and it also causes, it's weird because the food actually causes you to have less energy, but I feel like because of the environment, it's a certain adrenaline factor too, as to why they can do so much.
Oh, you mean because of the fear factor and the survival factor and all that other stuff? Yeah, you right.
Exactly. Like me personally, I can go eat a honey bun and I'll be like, man, I feel so like sluggish. But it's people that like go eat a honey bun, but they hit shots and now they gotta run. So they you know what I'm saying, their body's not like I can't digest this. It's like run for your life.
Yeah, it's just like I'll digest it later. Come on, we're moving at full speed.
Exactly. So you talk about like there's like no honor. It's like it's not necessarily no honor. It's just like why should I have honor when I'm hungry and I might die today? Like I just feel like
Yeah,
it's levels to it. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. We're not in a healthy culture. Again, we live over in America. It's not healthy over here. Not at all. Mugs walking around fat as fuck, and then you got mugs walking around anorexic as fuck, and both of them eat about the same amount. Something's clearly not right going on here. Like it's weird.
Uh, about to say. Well, yeah. I mean,
You gotta look at nutrition, because mugs will feed themselves quite a lot and not gain no healthy muscle. Won't have no good blood flow. Won't have bugs will even go blind from the stuff they're eating, and they'll be going blind from the things they're eating. And the doctor would tell them, or someone would tell them, like, this what you're eating is making you go blind. And then these fools would be like, I'm so addicted to this thing, I'm gonna keep eating it.
all right. So that's actually that's a good point. Which I also think that if we're gonna talk about food as far as us eating and stuff like that, we also have to talk about how when people eat, they don't exercise. So if you just eating all this stuff and you sitting on your ass,
It's just gonna break down, turn to fat and sugar, and it's gonna hide in your kidneys and your colon real quick.
and
And it'll
then that's when
go
people
turn
get
some bacteria
obese.
up sooner or later. Yep.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. I feel like people need to like look if either you gonna eat healthy, and I mean like I don't know. I feel like even if you eat healthy, as long as if you don't exercise and get your body moving, it's still gonna turn into like
Yeah.
pudding or like you're gonna be real weak bones. Um, so I look. I think people need people gonna eat obsessively like that, which they shouldn't anyway, right? But if they gonna do it, they should at least exercise. They just have a balance. It shouldn't be like I'm about to eat extra large everything. Oh, but a diet coke because I'm on a diet, and then they go sit on their ass all day.
Yo, Diet Coke is not good for you. Like they don't use sugar, which is like the whole big thing why it's Diet Coke. But the thing that they use is like way worse.
I
Also, it
mean,
tastes like shit.
pop itself isn't good for you. I mean, it hurts going down your throat. I don't think anything should hurt while you're trying to like eat or drink it.
Yeah, it's
Um,
acid.
I'm just saying though. Of course,
It's
naturally
acid.
we know that, but I'm just saying like people still drink it. It's just like
Look, mugs is not healthy. Like I said, people still drink and do drugs purely, and technically that would be a food source because you're
drugs.
digesting it. Yeah, if you're digesting it, it's a food source.
I Okay, that's
Yeah.
look.
It's
All
not
I'm
a
saying
good
is,
food
all
source,
I'm
but it's a
saying
food
is,
source.
all the crackheads I know, I ain't never seen one fall down. I ain't never seen a crackhead fall down.
Yeah, because they everything is high as hell.
Hey, all I'm saying is, look. Me personally, I ain't gonna lie. I don't eat very healthy, but I do even that out because I do my little push ups, I do my little sit ups. You feel me? I try to stay active. Um,
Nah. And I know you eat your vegetables every once in a while.
and look, I eat vegetables. Like I eat vegetables. Like I'm grown. Like I eat vegetables, right? Um, I try to keep my portions limited, but for whatever reason, I'm always hungry. I don't know, but like but I also don't gain weight that easy. Like I will be look. I was 115 for 4 straight years in high school. 415 pounds,
You have
four
a high
straight years.
metabolism.
Gee, I just want to be. I want to be like 130. I don't mind. Like I'm 122 right now. I just want to be like 130, 135. Do you know how hard it is? I just won't gain weight. And then on top of that, the reason why I gained like the 5 or 10 pounds that I did is because I work. So like when I work, I'm always like lifting and stuff and doing things of that
You're
nature. So
lifting, walking around a lot.
so
You're burning shit off.
it's more muscle though. That's what I'm saying. It's not like I got fat
Yeah.
converted into muscle. It's just like no, you just turned into the little fat that you had turned into muscle. That's what happened. That's like my whole 5 pounds. Um. So like okay, at one point when I was really gaining weight, I actually was working out. Like I was working out every day. Like I was lifting weights. Like I was running. Like I was running. Like I was decent. I had my stamina, like solid stamina. You know, little muscle mass going. Like I was good. And I messed my wrist up. And then from then on, for like a good maybe 3 or so months, I just got super lazy. So yeah.
Yeah. Like laziness hits you hard. I'm still hit with it to this day.
I don't even think I've ever seen you run before, Leo. I'm not gonna lie.
I
No,
I was in cross country during high school, but then when you get to like college and you just don't do sports, it kind of just like yeah, you just let yourself go.
that that is fit. That's fair. Chris knows all about that.
I was so mad when I lost my 8 pack.
Your stories are scary. Like I would just hear this man like this man will wake up like as the sun like will be a like what's that like yeah it's a sunflower right where every time like the sun rises it always follows the sun. As soon as like a ray of light hits this man in the face, this man knows I must like wake up. And you just like randomly wake up during the middle of like the day, and you just see this man basking in the sunlight,
You
You're
gotta.
not wrong.
and then you're like, oh, he used to go on like 3 mile like runs, like in the morning, and do it at night, and then we working out like 24/7.
Look, This
It
man,
it was more like 5 hours out of the day, but okay.
this man Chris be trying to kill himself. Look for a good like I want to say month, maybe 2 months. I was working out with this dude. Mind you, I was a little out of shape. Even though I physically looked like I could be all right, in shape. I was like, dude, why are you doing this to yourself? You don't even have to do all these exercises. You could do like half of this and still get the same result. He's like, nah, if you ain't hurting or half dead by the time you get done, you ain't doing it right. I was like,
That's why I refuse to work out with you, because everyone who tells me they work out with you is always like, man, I'm dead tired. All right, we're going to do it all over again tomorrow. And everyone's just like, but I'm hurt. I understand that, but you need to hurt some more. And everyone's like, don't work out with Chris. It's a pain in the ass. It's hell. And I'm like, noted.
look, if you want to work out and you want to, first off, if you're consistent, because that's something you got to have a consistency. You got to have a certain mindset. Go work out with this man. He will get you right. It's going to hurt. I promise you that. That's a promise.
It hurts.
Not a threat. A promise. It's going to hurt. But he'll get you right. Because, hey, if I had to, look, if they said, yo, you can pick one person to do a marathon or something, he's at the top of my list. No, not gonna lie. Between that, just him exercising and like him doing martial arts, top of my list. Not gonna lie. Yeah. We're gonna talk about my hands. We're gonna talk about your workout ethic.
God damn it.
Because he lives cows for real.
I do not live no damn cows.
This man lives cows. Don't let him tell you otherwise. I saw him do it.
If this man ever comes up to you and asks you how he got those 7 scars, do not answer him. You will die in a second.
You had issues.
They call him Chris the Grappler.
We get off topic now. We're supposed to be old food.
My bad. Look. Exercising it has to be coupled.
Into the exercise portion of the.
It gotta be coupled with it. What is what I'm trying to say? I'm saying if you're gonna eat, depending on how you eat, I think you have to supplement it with exercise. Like that's just is. I think it's the natural thing to do.
Mentioning that, because like at that school, I really didn't want to show how actually strong I was, or any of my real techniques, or any of the stuff I was. Remember, Holly, you was there. Remember the time I was punching
a wall? Yeah, like we were playing basketball. He just starts punching the metal beam, and like it was the vibrations. I guess was going into the room or something.
No, it wasn't just going to the room. Apparently, the whole damn building was shaking, and I didn't know it. And then the lady walked up, she was like, what is going on? I was like, I'm punching this beam. Is that a problem? She was like, no, it's not a problem. Blah, blah, blah. I don't think she believed it was me. So she walked away. I continued to do it. She come back. She was like, stop that. I was like, you wanted me to stop? I'm like, yes. You're vibrating the entire building. I'm like, oh, my bad.
Look, we were playing basketball or something, and I just look over and this dude's just punching the beam, just like, all right, I'm live like the way you want to, and I'm just shooting. Then she come back the second time. I'm like, oh, okay, so you was hitting it hard, huh?
I really wasn't. That's the funny part. I was just practicing.
God, I kind of wanted to believe it, but I do. And also, I've seen you play basketball. You like for some reason in your imagination, like 6 other dudes are like after you, and like no one's even near you. And I'm just like, who's this man fighting? Because like no one's even on him. This
dude fights his demons while he playing basketball. He'll be at the like half court line, and he'll just be freaking the hell out. You'd be like, is he good? Is anybody sticking him? And everybody's like, I ain't sticking him.
I ain't sticking him. Like, I'm afraid what's going to happen.
I just wait for him to run to the net and miss because he don't wear his glasses and shot me random. But other than that, it is. This dude he hits from like random positions and he doesn't have glasses, so he can't really see the rim like that. So he'll just be shooting and it'd be going in. He'd be like, how? Like,
yeah,
I ain't saying I'm the best basketball player. My jump shot trash. Like, I got little handles. My jump shot trash. But this man, I don't know. I don't know how he does it. I don't know. Maybe his demons are helping him low key, and he fighting them off. But they just trying to help. They just trying to help, and he fighting them off. Look at that. You didn't even know it. They they helping you. You didn't even know it.
Oh, my demons.
Your demons are after you.
For real.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my exercise. Like nowadays, I don't really do much. I'm gonna start running again between my two jobs. I'm gonna I'm gonna try to start running again, but and doing my push ups and sit ups, of course, cause I low key think I lost like 2 or 3 pounds, which like scares me because why am I
How the
losing weight?
fuck?
I don't know.
How are you losing weight?
I don't know how I'm losing. I don't know. Like I checked on the scale, and it was just like not where I wanted it to be. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna start doing. But I also like I say, like I'm trying to like okay, like I was saying, if you're gonna eat, you got to supplement it with exercise. They go hand in hand, in my opinion. You can't just eat and not do nothing with it.
Shoot. Even if you eat healthy, you still got to exercise so the blood will flow even better. Exercise is always good no matter what. Eating healthy foods is always good no matter what. It's just like you just have to. People just gotta start making more good habits for them.
I mean, true. I mean, but you probably shouldn't exercise without eating because that can be detrimental to your health. But
Hey, sometimes you ain't got nothing to eat.
look
If
at
you don't work out,
look,
you just don't feel right.
listen to him. Listen to him. This is what he does. I remember forget like 2 or 3 days. This man didn't tell nobody. We was in college, by the way. This dude didn't tell nobody. He's like, yeah, I ain't ate 2 or 3 days. This is after that. This man was working out all those days that he hadn't eaten it. And then we just like, now why?
Oh yeah, those are the days I didn't sleep either. That's the crazy part. I didn't sleep those days either.
This man didn't eat for 2 or 3 days, but was working out every day consistently.
Yeah.
I was
And I
like,
also didn't sleep those days.
but the
And it'd be
thing
funny
was,
because he'd be like, "Man, I'm hungry." I'm like, "Do you want me to get you something from the cafeteria, like at all?" And you could on this man anything, and he'd be like, "Hey, Chris, how's your food?" And you just see him just devouring it.
hey, you eat fast as hell. I mean, look, I eat slow. Like I like generally I eat slow across the board.
Blame the household I was in.
But you eat fast as shit, dude.
I was around my cousins. They were trying to steal my food. I had to eat it fast.
I can't relate. I see that's what I'm saying though. Like that's what causes people to eat obsessively. But see, everybody's not like you that has that ethic where they want to go work out as well. Like they just go sit on their ass or.
Well, I had the motivation. My rest in peace to my father. His fat. This nigga was fat as fuck. I ain't trying to be fat. So that's my motivation. I saw how big this boy got. This boy, mind you, me and my dad are around the same height. This dude is. I'm 167 right now. I'm trying to go up to 180 all muscle. But this dude was about 400 pounds all fat, wearing wearing a triple L shirt, and then this fool come around me talking about some, yeah, son, I bought you a shirt. We wear around the same size, right? No, this dude got me a blanket that was supposed to be a shirt. Talking about we wear the same size. No, bro, you wear. You're about 5 of me. Stop playing.
You got him a blanket. Like, oh, this is the comforter from my bed. No, you supposed to wear that.
It's not even like triple X. It's like L's instead. Like it has to go beyond the X.
It was like triple X with an L, and I'm like, come on, dog. You not this big.
But okay. Imagine if you didn't work out. You think you'll get that big?
I wouldn't eat. I'm not trying to get that big. I'm so serious. When I say I'm never gonna get fat, I'm really mean that. That's not a joke. That's a promise. I'm not going to get fat. No. I'll get muscular, but I will never be fat. I don't care. I don't care what happens. If both my legs break when they heal, if I picked on a little bit of pounds, trust me, that's getting off of me. I don't care. No.
Look, you go 2-3 days without eating. I know some people who can't go 2-3 minutes without eating.
Those 2-3 days was involuntary.
I know they were. Yeah, all right. You could have been like, hey, y'all help me out.
I was stressed out. I couldn't eat. I lost my appetite. Yeah. And I actually did. The thing is, I did try to eat. It just wouldn't go down. It hurt eating. So I was like, I can't eat.
That's a tragedy.
Yeah, I was real like that was real life. Like during that time, it was the what was that? That was 2014 when all that happened, right?
Well,
Somewhere
it's
around
like,
there.
yeah, I want to say 2014, 2015, one of them.
So let me tell you what was actually going on with me. Because this goes links into the mental health. So
So,
my auntie passed away, my uncle passed away,
oh yeah.
and I had midterms coming up. I was having a mental breakdown, and I was working. I didn't go to sleep because I'm over here trying to make sure I got all the work in. And on top of that, I was going broke since I didn't have no money. I just stopped eating. So I was just like, that's what was that was the reason why all those situations was happening, and I never lost the mindset to stop working out and stop going. But when I don't really have a quit button, so I just keep going no matter what. It's just that I had to cut certain things because I didn't have those certain things.
That's fair. That's
In
deep.
other words, I was very insane at that point in time. Where at the end of the days, everybody motherfucker because my computer decided it wanted to blow up.
Is that Chromebook? Yeah, that Chromebook
Yep.
was trash. But you had a
All
glorified.
Chromebooks are trash.
You had a glorified tablet.
Look, I'm hearing about y'all talking about my Chromebook. It did work for me.
It did its job. That's fair.
Look, I will say this for a fact. Like, all
my bad.
Chromebooks are trash.
One more thing, but that was happening during all that time. I was talking someone out of committing suicide that time too.
I remember that too. You definitely told me about that.
I was like, what the fuck? It was too much. I was just like, why is all this happening to me? What did I do? But
you were nice to your own detriment.
I was nice to my own detriment. I wasn't even nice to my own detriment because I was just like, okay, I can't let this bitch kill herself. All right, auntie, deal with that. Deal with that emotion eventually.
You had to call her a B, but you know.
What?
You had to call
the one trying to kill herself?
You had to call her a B, but
and that woman was a emotional manipulator. Something was really real life wrong, psychological. So, the fact that I wasted time trying to make sure this bitch didn't kill herself versus focusing on my work, and then this bitch continued to do the same fucked up habits, that bitch is gonna be a bitch until I feel better.
Oh, well, I can't get mad at that.
I know a whole bunch of them. Any women that watching this gonna be mad. You can't call it. Shut up.
Shut up. No, just kidding. Go ahead, Leo.
Go ahead. What?
Weren't you gonna say something?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was listening to this man's story. I was just like in awe.
Yeah, he was struggling. I ain't gonna lie. I remember that.
Yeah.
It was a lot. So when all them girls decided they want to feed me, I took every fucking meal I could get. I'm not even gonna joke. I'm not even gonna front. I took every meal I could get, even if it was unhealthy. I'm like, damn, this shit unhealthy. Out. Like that's all I was thinking. Like that.
Like my stomach hurt, but YOLO.
It's free.
Right. Hey, you know what's crazy? So I stopped eating pork. I haven't eaten pork for a while. And people kept thinking I was Muslim. I was like, why do I gotta be a different religion, not eat pork? I didn't like the way it made me feel. That was just a sidebar. Just a sidebar.
Yeah.
I felt that. Real talk, I really did. Because honestly, when I stopped eating pork, I felt great. And my dad came up on me. He was like, "Hey, he said, hey, so I'm gonna cook these ribs." I'm like, "Dang, my dad cooked great ass ribs. If I eat that pork, I'm going to die." Because every time I ate pork, I caught a fever. I caught a fever and I caught diarrhea. And I'll be out of commission for like 2 days.
On that bathroom, just screaming.
Like I know the symptoms. Like I get fevers and I get that immediately.
I kind of get those too, but I get like migraines in the rest of the stuff.
You get migraines, fever, headache. I had all that. and when I told my dad this, I was like, "Dude, I don't eat pork no more." He was like, "What are you, a 5%er?" I'm looking at him. I'm like, "You fat motherfucker! You need to stop eating."
In the hood is 5%ers, but something must have got in us because all of us turned to sinners. Nah, yeah, I kept like every time I don't eat pork. You're a picky eater, but it's just pork though. Like I eat cow, I eat chicken, I eat fish. I just don't eat pork. then yeah, I got a lot of
You got a lot of flack from that. But then again, that's just you got to remember, people are addicts, and they like other people being addicts with them. You know, you ever just being around somebody that smokes weed, but you don't smoke weed? They'll call you a lame because you don't smoke weed.
low
Yeah.
key,
And
low
they're
key.
addicted. They're addicted to weed.
Okay. Here's the thing about that. Okay, so I had a weird experience growing up. So like, who I used to hang out with, they were cool with me not smoking weed, right? They didn't think
Yeah.
nothing of it, but they thought I was a nerd, so they didn't think nothing of it anyway. But like,
Yeah, weed.
facts. But when I got older, everybody's like, "Hey, you smoke weed, blah blah blah." I'm like, nah, I don't smoke. I don't drink or nothing like that. Smoke. I'm pretty, what's it called, straight edge. They're like, man, you just seem like you smoked. I'm like, what does that even mean?
Bitch.
I'm
It
like,
just be it's weird. People always thought I was high. That was the weirdest thing ever.
gee.
I thought you were high when I first met you.
Exactly.
I mean,
Everybody
who the
thinks
fuck?
I'm
I
high.
mean, but then again, who the fuck comes up to someone and asks, "Would you eat ass?"
That's is that some that might be some high shit. Yeah, that is random. People, even when I was like 12, 13, people was like, "Hey, they was like a couple of people asked me, hey, can I get a nickel or nickel bag, blah blah blah," and I'm like, "What you mean? Like you don't smoke?" I'm like, "Nah, dude." I'm like, I'm just. Why you so happy? Why you blah blah blah? I'm like, I don't know. I'm just happy,
Oh,
bro.
that's what it is. That's
Chilling,
what it is. Mugs is
Yeah,
legitimately just unhappy.
chilling,
not
bro.
Unless
like
they
that.
smoke or drink. They just
Yeah.
unhappy people.
Yeah.
No, I guess to get people like that all the time. Where it's like, okay, you got a nickel? I'm like, the hell, what? And it's like, you ain't a dealer? I'm like, nah. Shit, I thought you were a dealer. You just look like one. I'm like, how? You don't look like you smoke. It's like you don't look like someone who smokes weed. That's a usually typical dealer. You don't get high in your own supply. I'm like, what?
uh, I guess that's the whole idea behind getting weed to grandma and have her transported. Ain't nobody gonna suspect grandma.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's just weird. It's just a certain look, I guess, but I don't see it in myself. But maybe because I just be hyped up. Like I'll be dancing in random places and stuff. You know why? Because hey, I'm just that type of person. Either you dance with me or keep moving.
Well, Holland, you gotta realize this, and it's gonna go back into what you eat. You gotta realize a lot of people just dead on the inside.
Yeah, that's fair.
They're dead on the inside. They're not happy. They go to a dead end job. They with somebody they don't even fucking like. They got kids they don't even like. They just a bunch of
Damn.
Not the
unhappy people.
kids.
I'm being so I just have to speak on the realest level because you know the moms and the dads that look at their kids and literally despise their kids because they're like, oh, you fucked up my life. No, you fucked up your life because you didn't want to act like you had some fucking sense. Now
Well,
you want to blame kids for this shit. And the thing is, you also look at their diet on top of all this unhappiness, and you just looking like something's wrong. Like you like, and when I say diet, food could be anything. Food could literally be like food for the mind, like books, certain things you read or watch. You just look at their behaviors and their habits, and you can literally look like something's really off with this person.
Chris, you can't tell him my point is my game was not on point. It was only ever since I met her that my game just like went down to zero. I had a good streak going on.
Like, wait, what?
What?
No,
What just happened?
no, he was giving an example. I was responding to
The
it.
example is like with people always having kids. It's always like I had a streak going on.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
need a condom. I'm on point all the time. And it's like every time they always meet that one specific woman, it's like when I met her, now my streak went down. It's like, so you just talked a bunch of shit, had no real game at all, and you nutted.
He ruined her life.
For
And you
no
blame it on
reason.
her because you said your game was on point, even though you know it was bullshit.
Yeah.
It's just tragic out here. It really is. And like I feel bad for people sometimes. I'm like, y'all really suffering.
I'm
And
like,
nobody
dang, you don't have a kid now?
look, just my perspective. I believe if you have a kid before 25, you're irresponsible. That's all I'm saying.
You're,
That's just
I
my
can't deny that.
that's just
I
my
agree.
that's my opinion, my principle. You're just irresponsible because there's so many contraceptives, there's so many ways to avoid it, and you just
You
chose to
chose
do it the
not
way you
to.
want to do it. Yep, that's just me though. That's my opinion.
You're
Everybody,
right though. I have to agree with you. I have to agree. I have to agree. That's all I can do.
I mean,
I feel like you're right.
that's like a like my base principle. Like I could just go farther above that and just say you weren't even responsible just in any way, shape, or form, like mentally, physically, emotionally. Then of course you got the financial part of it. But that's a different topic. That's a different topic.
It's a whole nother depression
Actually,
in
it
itself.
really all goes with food because if you're not responsible for your mental, physical health, you damn sure not responsible, but what goes in your mouth.
That, I can see the correlation. I can see the correlation.
Maybe.
I mean, hey, some should have went it. Oh, I ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna go there. Oh yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I got you. Right. Yeah, I agree with that. Got to make sure you eat healthy, and even if you're not eating super healthy, you should. Hey, look, exercise.
You like even you're not eating super healthy. You can eat enough vegetables and fruits, even if you still eat meat. Because I still eat meat, but I eat more fruits and vegetables than meat to supplement it.
Look.
It's just like
I ain't gonna lie. I want to be a vegan, but I don't think I can give up chicken. Like, what is it called to be a vegan, but you eat chicken?
a nigga that eats a whole bunch of vegetables but still eats chicken.
Say less. Say less. That's what I am.
Talk about what is it called? You don't need a fucking name for it. You just say you want damn chicken, eat vegetables.
But I want to represent my people. The vegans
What?
who eat chicken. Yeah.
First off, when we come to these names, it's just dumb. I'm like, what's wrong with these people? A lot of it's just like I feel like I'm better than you. Stop it.
Better than thou or whatever they call it. Complex.
Yeah. It's just like, come on now, stop. You eat a fucking leaf and now you gonna tell me that you're better than people that don't eat leaves, but you're a fucking narcissistic asshole who treats women like shit. Now, mind you, there are vegans that are assholes that are like narcissistic as a motherfucker.
Okay, we're not talking about personality. We talking about
I know, but like some people pretend like they better just off of the shit they eat.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's
like, so it's just like something's wrong with them mentally. So it's just like the food helps out with the mental stuff. Like you're not hurting or anything, you feel better, and you flushing your system out. That's good. That's good. That's really good, and it does help mentally. But if you just an asshole motherfucker, food's not gonna change you from being an asshole.
That's fair. It helps you to. I think it helps you to think better. As far as like maybe, what am I gonna say? What am I gonna do? Think things like that. It helps you think more of a sound mind. Because if you're hungry, you don't think very soundly. Like, well, I could get this job and wait till Friday, or hear me out, I could rob them. And then I'm just saying.
True though. That's true.
I'm just saying. Like, I think a lot of that is levels. Is definitely levels to it, and we got to put that into perspective. It's not just like, oh, I didn't eat food, therefore. And it's not justifying it. It's giving an understanding, really. That's what I would say. It's not justifying what they're doing. It's really just giving an understanding as to why they did what they did. Yeah. Because I don't think nobody's supposed to rob nobody, but I also feel like everybody should have food. So it's like, where's the balance?
I feel that.
Yeah. So anything else y'all want to add?
Well, with the food aspects or the workout aspects.
Anything you want? Anything.
We really didn't delve into the workout. Like I feel like that'd probably be better for another show.
What? What do you mean?
I think we did. We talked a lot.
I mean, what can you really say? Like exercise is it's a lot.
It's a whole broad topic with like stretching, bone alignment, your nerve
You know
system.
about.
You know a lot more about. Go, break it down.
Okay, so here's the thing with people exercising, even like those bodybuilders and everything, most of them are unhealthy, really, really unhealthy, because they're for like all that weightlifting they're doing, they overweight lifting, which means they're calcium up their muscles, their blood flow their blood doesn't flow properly, their energy levels are way down. They don't have no stamina whatsoever. They're just muscled out. Having a whole bunch of muscles don't mean you don't have no real strength. If you don't have any blood flow going through your body, you can't think properly. You can't relax. Like some of them are just roided out too. On top of that, like, so a lot of people see those roided out big man and they think that's healthy. Like, no, it's not. Healthy is the dude who can not say run a couple of mile like run a couple miles every day and everything, because that's excessive. Like running, like you run 5 miles every day, that's it's excessive for for the day and time we live in, because we live in a concrete world. You run on concrete long enough, your knee joints are going to give out. There's a balance between overworking out and working out just enough and letting your body rest, because resting is also a part of exercise. It goes along with, you want to increase the oxygen levels to your lungs. That's where the food part comes in. You want to eat healthier, but then you also want to exercise, so that way your lungs will expand and contract, get bigger. They'll be able to bring more air into your body. Then when it brings more oxygen to your body, it oxygenates your blood better, which means it flows better. You have better sexual organ sexual organ activity when it comes to your phallus or your vagina or any of those actions. Your body moves better, you think faster, you react better, and you're able to like sit down and actually like let me think about something. Like when it comes to working out, you have to have a good balance of where you could stop at, because a little bit of like it burns a little bit, or you can feel it, and now you can just like, okay, I can keep working on it. Or overdoing it where you just like, I'm trying to muscle up, because muscling up ain't go there's no real strength behind that. There's no real building behind it. All you do is make muscles big as hell, which is putting more pressure on your heart. And put when you over muscle yourself, you're putting too much pressure on your heart, you're putting too much pressure on your spleen, you put too much pressure on your gallbladder, you put too much pressure on your prostate if you're a man. You're putting too much pressure on your body to maintain all that, plus all the other things, some of the unnatural things that you're doing to keep that going is going to have an adverse effect on your body. You're going to look nice for maybe until your 40s, but the second all that starts catching up, you're going to start breaking down, and it's not going to look good. It's going to be very terrible. When it comes to working out, you're going to gradually yourself into a certain way, and you have to do it all natural. And I know people don't like all natural because it takes too long. All natural is the best way. That way you're stronger, you're healthier, you're faster, your hair grows better, you're 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 a more happier person versus I'm going to be roided out, big and strong, but you're not really big and strong. You're just swole and buff. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so how do you feel about, like, okay, can you explain to me about protein? I don't understand protein. I never even took the chance to look it up or anything, but can you explain it to me?
Okay. Are you talking about secondhand protein or first hand protein?
The stuff they use before they work out, so that I guess
So the synthetic stuff. Okay.
I guess.
So if you're not eating the all natural protein stuff, it is a false muscle builder. It will do its job where it builds muscle, but if you're not routinely taking that over and over and over again, you're not like it won't your body won't be able to like maintain that. It's like it's a basically like a natural growth hormone that helps build muscles and build strong bones and things like that. But if you're not getting it from like your veggies, your almonds, your peanuts, nuts, berries, and like if you're not getting it from your vegetables, and if you're not getting it, and if you get it from meat, you're only getting I believe it's that, but I believe the way the energy chain works, you go from the sun to go to the plant. The plant gets 10% of the sun. That plant gets that the animal that eats that plant gets 10% of that plant, and whatever animal eats that animal gets 10% of that animal. So you're getting a more watered down energy and protein from the meat versus you just eating the damn vegetable. So it it's a varying concept. I had to like I wasn't really prepped on talking about protein today. I wish you said something. I would have been able to look it up. That's off the dome what I know about.
Don't you take protein?
No, I eat vegetables. I eat fruits and vegetables. That's all and I eat meat. But really, I eat fruits and vegetables. The meat really doesn't really have any too much effect on my body.
That's interesting because I definitely thought you did protein. Because I know like when people do protein, I thought it was supposed to help them gain muscle faster or something. But that was what from my understanding. And I know a dude that's supposed to have gotten kidney stones from taking protein but not working out, which
Yeah, it will do that. It will do that because it just builds up in your gallbladder. It's just too much sugar and powder. If you take, like I said, if you take the synthetic stuff, it will build up in your system and it will have an adverse effect versus eating the all natural. Like if you're going to do protein, you should do all natural organic protein. If you want to do the powder or whatever, make sure it's all natural and organic. Because if it's not, it's going to have an adverse effect on your body, which is usually going to lead to you might need surgery later on.
oh hell no, I'm good
I'm
on
serious.
surgery.
Yeah.
I mean,
because it'll be an over buildup of something in your system that doesn't need to be there.
that's fair.
Interesting.
So what you're saying is, I don't need muscle to whip some ass. Not just kidding.
I mean, you really don't, but don't forget the MMA world and everybody wants to believe you got to be muscled out to be able to do shit. That's 100% not true, but
well, okay. All right, so random question. Michael J. White versus Bruce Lee. Who do you think will win?
Bruce Lee.
Oh man, that's what I thought. That's all I'm saying. That's
the
all.
reason I have to say, like Michael J. White with his interview saying that Bruce Lee was 100 pounds lighter than him. Bruce Lee was kicking here's the thing that people don't believe that, but have been documented true and got recorded. Bruce Lee was kicking a 500-pound bag, punching bag made out of metal. There was metal in that punching bag, and he just kicked it, and he actually kicked it through the roof one time. And the students was there, and they recorded it, and they watched it happen. So when this man said Bruce Lee could run across the street and kick him, and he wouldn't feel nothing, that's like a damn car. That's a damn car going through your ass. Like, stop. Like, no.
Car? Tractor?
You ever kicked a 500-pound bag through the roof?
I ain't never kicked no 500-pound bag before, so I don't.
And understand, Bruce. This is how strong Bruce really was. Like, dude, his students were athletes, like athletes. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was one of his damn students. It wasn't Kareem Abdul-Jabbar he did do it. I believe one of these wrestlers that was one of the students that was training with him. Excuse me. Bruce slapped him on the shoulder plainly. He didn't do it on purpose. He dislocated this man's shoulder by accident. That's how strong he was.
And he wasn't even like, he had like he was what do you call it? He wasn't like 600 pounds and just fucking muscled up. He was actually like, what was he, like 180? Just like he just had muscle, but it was.
He wasn't even 180 pounds. He was 130.
No way. Bruce Lee was 130.
Bruce Lee was not big. Remember, he's still Chinese. He was only about 5'6", I believe.
My boy was about 5'8" or 5'9" though.
He was not. You're thinking about Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan was about 5'8", 5'9".
Okay, so you telling me this man wasn't no bigger than me, putting in work like that?
Hold on one second. Let me look it up right now.
How tall is this man?
How tall is Bruce Lee? You gonna be like 6'5". Nah,
it was actually 7 feet tall.
Right, 7 feet, 700 pounds, all muscle.
No neck.
Nag? You don't need a neck.
No neck.
Go straight to your chest. Look.
Right.
All I'm saying is that I know for a fact that size.
Bruce Lee was he was 5'7", 140.
Damn.
Okay. That's
So my bad, I was 10 pounds off. I was 10 pounds off, and I was 2 inches off. But that's his. That's his. I just looked it up. He was 5'7", 140.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's all technique though. I mean, at the end of the day, like of course you need the bustle, but like it's mostly technique.
It's not even. It's not only the technique, but it's the hellish training he went through, and also along with the all the conditioning he went through. Like people would again the people he was that challenged him, or was his students, or the people that would just that would try that would just try him. There was this one cop. He even said it. He was like, "Yeah, I was all American something," and he was in a karate class because he all American in college,
Like football.
and he was in his karate class. Bruce Lee came to his class, and the dude, he was just showing off a little something, and the dude touched Bruce Lee's arm. He was like, "I thought his arms were made out of concrete."
Concrete.
Yes, concrete. That's how solid this man's arms were. So when you gotta forgive me when you say size matter and all this other stuff. It don't matter when you able to kick a 500-pound bag through a roof. That goes out the fucking window.
That's I guess that does make sense.
And it also don't matter when you punch and kick so fast that the cameras can't catch it. You gotta slow down so the cameras can catch it. All like certain things don't matter at a certain point in time at a certain level.
That's if you know what you're doing, it changes the whole dynamic for sure.
Now it would be different if the weight different would come into play if you were both on the same level doing the exact same shit. But at the same time, it still wouldn't matter because whoever hits first most likely is going to die.
Death. Whole death.
I'm sorry. Again, I say he kicked a 500-pound bag through the roof.
That's right.
Would you want to get hit by that? If any normal human being gets hit by that, how likely is it that they're going to survive it?
I think they could just put a Hello Kitty Band-Aid on it and they'd be alright.
You said what?
I think they could put a Hello Kitty Band-Aid on it. It'd be alright.
It's so stupid.
I'm just saying, 500-pound bag, Hello Kitty Band-Aid. I feel like that's like the ultimate recovery. All right, that's fair.
Yeah. So, I don't take nothing away from, but it's just like the certain things that this dude was doing on record, being recorded, and people literally like, yeah, this is what happened. I was there. Like, I can't take it away.
I can agree with that. Yeah, but size matters. Size matters. Yeah, remember that?
Oh man, I came up with so many catchphrases in that school.
Oh my mama, I'll be breathing. That's some Vine though. That's from Vine.
Yeah, that was Vine. I didn't make that one up.
So yeah, I don't know. So is that all you wanna school us on? You wanna get back on your soapbox?
No, I was pretty much done.
That's it. Any last words?
Oh, good.
Mr. Leo.
Nah, it sound good.
I'm finished. I dropped all my guts, and I dropped the mic.
All right, this has been another exciting episode of Friends on Rampage podcast. We will see you next time.